Morning watchers, it's Thursday the 17th of November, Scott from SA Landscaping, and everywhere in the country, wherever you're at today, you will be getting a dousing of heavy rain. And what I mean is it is absolutely tipping down, and it is going to tip down till about 10 o'clock this morning. And I've come to do a winter tidy up about 20 minutes from our unit, and I just want to talk about a plan I have for this morning. And everybody knows that I've got rid of a lot of work recently, and I wasn't planning on taking any more on. I have a couple of small gaps to take work on, and today what I intend to do is, there's supposed to be a break in the weather about 10 till 12. It's 8 o'clock at the moment, and I've just arrived in the area. So my plan is, I am armed with these brochures, which anybody who's watched my previous videos knows I got a lot of these produced years ago, and I've probably still got 500 or 600 of them left because the business went in a different direction. So by getting rid of all that work recently, what it's meant is I'm on this industrial site today just doing one tidy up on one building, but usually I'm here on this estate and I'm here for 6.5 hours. So what I'm looking for today is I'm going to go door knocking, which I haven't done in a long time, and I'm going to door knock, and I'm just going to explain with the brochures that we look after this site, this site, this site, which the sites I look after on this estate are the biggest on this estate, so everybody knows them. So everybody will be able to drive past after I've had the conversation, and they'll be able to have a look at the properties and know how tidy they are. And the plan is I'm just looking to fill a gap, really, fill that 1.5 to 2 hours for next season for when we come here. And the plan is I'm going to put 20 brochures out. So all I'm doing is I'm driving around the estate. A lot of the time when I'm doing these jobs, I don't drive around. Well, I do drive around, and I just make a note. So there's a factory here, for instance, HPF. So usually I would make a note, HPF. I would post a brochure out with a covering letter and say, look, we do these properties in the area. But today I thought I'd just come, 2 hours spare, door knock and drop the brochure into reception. A huge percentage will go straight in the bin. 1 or 2 sites where they might look a bit unkept, those people might be interested in getting you in, and then initially what you've got over the winter is a tidy up. You can persuade them to tidy up, and then next year drop on regular maintenance. Those sites could also be sites that they're not interested and they don't want they don't want any maintenance, and they're happy just to let it go. But you put something in the mind once they see your brochure, you explain what you do in the area, and they look outside and think, yeah, we should have maybe looked for someone 6 months ago. So that's the plan today. Put 20 brochures out. I would expect to get 1, 2, 3 inquiries or something. In the past I've done this on sites years ago, and I've exceeded numbers. I've had sort of 10 out of 30, and then other times I've had like 1 out of 30. So you can't really judge it. There's no, you can do your market research, there's no real set figures for stuff. But like I say, we'll put these out today, and I do expect to get 1 or 2 inquiries. So if I can fill the gap for next year, it means the whole day here is full and you're not going somewhere else. So you're arriving here at 7 o'clock in the morning, and you're here till sort of 4 in the afternoon for that full day. So just a bit of a tip there, guys, for anybody who's sat this morning, or, well, not this morning, because by the time you see this video it'll be 2 weeks old. But anybody who's, the wet weather's coming in the winter and they're looking for ideas, get out there and get knocking on doors, get leaflets through doors, get brochures printed. You can get brochures printed like this, which, if anybody hasn't seen my previous video, it's sort of an 8-page, I know you can't see it very well there, but it just explains everything we do. It's all in a nice fancy brochure. I got sort of 1,000 of these done a couple of years ago, and they work out at very limited cost if you're getting that many done off a good company. I designed it myself, and then with the help of the company, they just smartened it up and made a few adjustments they thought, the printing company, and then produced it. So anybody who's, like I say, coming into winter and you're thinking, oh, I need to find work, but you're not going to find work sat on your couch at home or just moping around, so get out there. So I hope that's helped, guys, and I hope it helps me to get some work out of this. So thanks for watching, and we will see you on the next one. Hello watchers, an unexpected end to this video. Originally it was just going to be a video talking about my sales thing and everything, but as I explained, I came to do a job today, and when I've come to be pruning some hedges, or hacking for a better word, because I've been reducing some hedges, which I'll put a couple of photos up here. These 8-foot tall hedges are on a roundabout, and they've been getting some complaints. The estate management company have been getting some complaints about visibility, so I've hacked them down to 3 foot. It was sort of corners and stuff like that, so I've hacked them down to 3 foot with a bit of petrol power. And while I was on this job, somebody across the road has actually, which I didn't put a brochure through, has actually come over and asked if I could have a look at the grounds, which is some high hedges, which I've looked at and told him that they want reducing, as well as some regular grass cutting. So I'm going to bang a price in for that, and ideally, because it's right next to the other one of the other sites I've got, this is probably the job I want. The only problem is I've given out them of the brochures now, so if I could end up where I get too much work, but hey ho, we'll see how it goes. And worst case, I go high on these other jobs, that because this one I'm quite happy with. It's a reduction which I can do in the winter, and then the site's pretty much a doddle. It's in and out, probably 2-hour visits. So hopefully, I'm not saying I'm going to get it, but hopefully I'll get it with the price and everything, and we'll find out in a week's time. I'll keep you updated. But that just goes to show my points on other videos about where you are and when you're working and everything. And like I said, the job today, to be fair, as you've seen from their photos, it was a hacking job. It wasn't fine work. It wasn't like manicured lawns and routine trimming of hedges. It was actually hacking and reducing stuff. So people still watch how you operate and everything, and do hard work. And they probably noticed that I've been out in the horrible rain as well with my waterproofs on. So like I say, I'll keep you posted, and hopefully we will get that job. So stay tuned for future updates.